See, part of all of this is not a spring chick. The bikinis are. A lot of times we do interviews with reality TV people because that's a lot of the people that show up on some of the carpets. And so sometimes you ask them, it's like, how do you feel having the TV cameras following you all around? They're like, well, they're not always there. Well, we also know that reality TV is not always all reality.
It's all scripted.
So it does make you kind of wonder, it's like, how much of it is acting, and can those reality stars really act? Okay, so admittedly, part of it is really them, and there's the writings according to them. But I will tell you, there are some extremely popular reality shows that, let's just say, the people were cast for. In other words, yeah, it's not like like Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. Okay, that's his family. They didn't cast for the family, they were already the family.
They actually did have a different family for Ozzie and Harry's show the first few years.
Oh, did they?
They didn't think the two kids could handle it, so Ozzie and Harry had to stand-ins for their sons.
Oh, and then their sons came in later?
Well, then they decided that it wouldn't really, that looked bad to have two people playing their sons.
There's something about the authenticity. Yeah. So anyway, so part of it is sometimes they capture me doing, just being me. I know, which sounds kind of silly, but those are just things that I do when I'm waiting, and a lot of times it's just kind of nervous energy. And yes, that really is me. I'm not posing for the cameras. Because you should see all the times that I do things off camera that are really...
Which is actually on camera. Most of the time the cameras are running, and we get a lot of that stuff.
What? No, it's not all the time.
She doesn't realize how much is on camera that basically doesn't get on.
Oh.
So a lot of stuff is really clipped.
Okay. So. Well, anyway, we've got lots more in store for you, but here's like, see, if I do more of this, then
I know it's good. It's what she has. We maybe tend to beat a dead horse, but she does not do this to get attention on television. She's got a busted neck, folks. She can't do the setups you need to...
yeah, I can do this.
She can do that, but she cannot do anything that has to put pressure on her neck. People might grump at me for harping on this, but we do get very concerned about doing things that could damage your neck, because she's...
well, one of the times I was rear-ended 4 times.
Yeah. By
the same person.
Yeah.
Oh, in a car. Okay.
Yeah, and her basically brain swelled up massively inside her. She had brain swelling for a long time. She wasn't able to, she couldn't exercise at all. So she became she became the bodybuilder version of Not a Spring Chick. And we do mean she was proportional everywhere, but looked like she could, like she belonged on WWE Divas or something. So
I know. I don't know how that happened.
She stayed proportional, but just you'd have to go back and see her in her American flag suit. It looked like really, she was so big that it looked like tiny postage stamps on her, because she was all muscular. She couldn't exercise and was putting on bulk, all in proportion.
I know. It's like, how did it end up like muscle? Because it wasn't exercising.
I know, but she was doing...
It just did. It's just how my body puts on weight.
It puts it on. She looks right on camera no matter what, so...
Well, here's the tricky part about camera. Because they do this in TV shows and movies all the time, because it all has to do with relativity. Because if the male actors are small or short, then they have small female actresses.
And if they're great, big, and tall, like the Sanic lady from Castle.
Yeah.
I mean, the people she's up against, she's starring with, they're all huge men. I mean, big guys.
We've met her. I mean, she's pretty tall in person. She's fashion model, and
I mean,
I don't remember exactly how tall.
I think she said she was like 5'11", wearing no shoes.
Yeah.
So, and it shows you how big the guys are. When she's putting her heels on, it puts her up like 6'1", 6'2", and they're taller than she is. It's just like an example is they moved people around on NCIS LA because LL Cool J and the Chris O'Donnell are tall, big men.
Are they? I didn't realize.
Yeah, so they basically moved. They've added people that are taller and bigger in order to be, so they don't look like they're out of place with them.
Yeah. So part of it is if I'm just standing here, it's like you're relatively, like if you look at floor plans, you can always tell how big something is by you measure the door sizes because that's standard. So here. It's like unless you have somebody next to me, right, that you know how size they are, you don't really know because everything kind of proportions out.
Well, and then see, part of the time is what people don't realize is I take my shoes off most of the time when I'm standing next to her.
Yeah.
So I look shorter than I. She has shoes on. I have shoes off.
Shoes I have on today. Oh, these little Skechers things.
Yeah.
But they've got a little bit of a heel.
Yeah. But I'm standing flat and my feet are flat. And
I'm standing closer to the camera.
Yeah, she moves closer to the camera. I always stand to the back. Because in this room, I always stand behind the counter. And it's not because, well, actually some of the time it was because my leg was broken, but most of the time it's to give an illusion.
So we are not the same height.
No.
Yes, not anywhere near the same height.
No, she does have longer legs than what I have, though. Absolutely, she's got longer legs than I have because we can't find pants for me to wear. So no, it's just. I mean, I've been in a problem where I've had busted bones and couldn't do things, and because of my leg, I wasn't able to do anything for about 6 weeks. So what happened was, I'm the same weight. I'm just not in the shape that I was because of it. But it's because I've stopped. Because mostly what I did was I sat and drank nothing but coffee and tea, which is immensely caffeinated to keep me awake.
Yeah, but I don't think people can tell the difference for you.
No, it depends on the shirt I'm wearing. If I'm wearing tight shirts, I look trimmer.
See?
If I'm not wearing tight shirts, I look heavier.
So part of it is, a lot of it's an optical illusion, which means what you're watching can be an optical illusion. It also means when you get dressed and what you put on, remember they can tell you can lose 10 pounds, the camera can add 10 pounds. Well, if you dress to make yourself look better and to slim you down, you can lose 10 pounds based on how you dress.
And you could add height or shorten yourself, because most of my really good shoes have basically got heels on them. I got boots which got heels, and I have my dress shoes all have heels. So I end up taller when I get dressed up to go out than I do when, because these shoes are work shoes. They're basically for taking photography work in there. So, but my dress shoes are leather and very slick little monsters. So.
Well, it is, and what you wear, it's all an optical illusion.
Yeah, which is what we're going to lead us into the fact that we are doing a series on optical illusion. Now, we basically did a couple of more illusions over at Venice Beach yesterday, which people will be seeing, because people seem to like the optical illusion stuff. Yeah. Well, because they're simple illusions. We were going to go over to Disney for Halloween, but that sort of got messed up.
I know.
We were going to go over to Knott's Berry Farm for Halloween, but that sort of got messed up. Well, actually, it basically got messed up because there's a lot shut down at Knott's Berry Farm at the moment.
Well, yeah, they had a few issues over there.
So we're gonna, so we could, things like you see us for real. We do nothing that's got a script ever.
Yeah, you can see our script. Oh, we might have,
we have
talking points.
We have talking points because if we're talking about something serious, we want to make certain we get the facts right, and the facts are basically directly from the sources. And we will, quote you the source as written, because we don't want to go, I can sit there and fake,
What?
I can sit there and basically do the speaking for hours on any given topic, but most of it's going to be BS because I can fill in no matter what. No, but we try to do, if we're doing an editorial type thing, we try to have something there, which is why, like, editorials they're almost done here and never in front of a green screen, unless it's something that we absolutely know what we're doing on. There's certain things that we do, like we do know on 3D, we do know on voting, and we do know on the illegal alien problem, because we deal with the alien problem on a daily basis. I mean, we got a McDonald's we're not going to tell you about. We love this McDonald's, but God, half the time you can't figure out what they're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all standing behind the counter talking to one another in Spanish. Because I said yesterday, I got pissed off because there was, everybody else was getting their stuff, and we basically were getting things brought to us because they were basically helping the Latinos first. and they're talking about this stuff, and I responded to them in España, and they said, "You speak Spanish?" And I said, "Yeah, I know every word that could get you fired you were talking about." And then a manager went and finished my order for me yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Those simple words, I know every word that you said that can get you fired.
I was wondering what took you so long.
Well, yeah, they were basically servicing all of the Latinos before they were doing. I was the old white guy in the place, you know, and they were getting everything, and basically because we were there before the other people, and they were basically taking their time on getting my order because I was a blonde-haired old white guy. But the blonde-haired old white guy grew up in California, and if you don't speak Spanish in California, you've been up the creek for 50 years. So I can't si hablo español. So what irritates me is that I sometimes have to tell the person on the, you know, like at McDonald's, no, dos. They want the dos. And they said, you know, and they'll go, you know, dos, you know, that's the number 2 item. They want dos, you know, and, you know, drinks, no. You know, one drink.
Yeah, see, part of it when you speak in their language and you do the numbers.
Yeah, or you know, they want you super size, the grande.
Yeah.
You know, you have to sit there. I should not have to explain to a person at McDonald's in Spanish in the United States of America.
Well, and it's also not just McDonald's.
Oh no, that's every place, but McDonald's, the one McDonald's.
It just happened to be where
2 of the
yesterday.
McDonald's we really love. Basically, the 99 and 9/10% of the people are Latino in there.
Well, part of it is we love the Mickey D sweet teas.
And we know where
And
you
we
can
go
get
where
it.
you get the refills.
Yeah, and we know where they have the better French fries, and we know where they have the fish. They only got one good place to get fish. We won't tell you
Well,
that's
the other ones are all about the same, but the one is exceptional.
And that's because it's down the street from a Catholic school.
And they're all extremely fresh.
Yeah, and I mean, we will see families go in and walk off with a dozen of the things. We'll get 3 or 4 at a time because it is the best.
They're really good.
I mean, you're not going to find their fish sandwiches any better in the United States than at that one McDonald's. I mean, they have crappy French fries. The French fries suck there. Remember, they're always cold.
Yeah.
But the fish sandwiches are magnificent.
They're exceptional.
Yeah. It's just like they go out of their way when the fish sandwiches are made because of all, like I said, the kids from the Catholic school line up for them, the families come in, and just all of everybody is there on those fish days to buy the fish sandwiches because it's you know, to them it's easier than making stuff at home on Fish Fridays.
Well, it is really good, though.
Yeah, and then because they also know that the help, there are McDonald's that are absolutely, I mean, when we went along with the place in Barstow, we stop at all the time, they'll actually bring your stuff to you,
Yeah.
which is something unusual for McDonald's. And very, very nice people, you know. So, but, you know, we'll go, I guess that just be filled in enough on this piece because it went far beyond what we were.
I know, it's like, where were we going with that?
Going nowhere.
I know, we were.
Now, part of the,
it turned into we're just sitting there chatting.
What we're doing is we're experimenting with the 2D side of our 3D camera, and we're filling in a lot of stuff to see how it works. This camera is in a fraction of the light that we normally use to shoot in this room. A fraction. Because this is a 3 CMOS broadcast quality chip, so we are playing with it. So you're seeing pieces that seem sometimes this and bloom rate. It's sort of like this is like our vlog on using the new camera. So, that one there. So.